And continuing our coverage of our top story tonight, 18 people were injured after a natural gas explosion in Springfield. 22 News reporter Ryan Walsh is still out there on Pearl Street overlooking the damage on Worthington Street.
Since the police have Worthington Street blocked off between Chestnut and Spring Street, this is really the best view of the devastation. In front of you is where Scores Gentlemen's Club used to be, a couple other buildings just completely destroyed by this natural gas explosion. You can see the crane already out working to clear some of the rubble. About 25 buildings in the area were impacted, from a strip club turned into rubble to a daycare relocated after the tornado damaged again, and windows and glass just about everywhere.
Really, this is a miracle on Worthington Street that there's no one killed.
What started as a routine gas leak turned several buildings into rubble and had everyone from Munson to Westfield wondering what happened after feeling their home shake. Around 4:20, a natural gas leak was reported. By 5:20, the smell was gone and it looked like business was close to going back to normal.
We're going to let the gas dissipate, go into these buildings with meters, and once the levels come down, the LDL comes down to a safe level, will everyone go back in. But at this point, we're going to keep everybody out of the building.
Thank God they did. Less than 5 minutes later.
5:25, there was an explosion. Building was completely leveled.
A boom, a blast, then glass and bricks flying everywhere.
We were inside, the whole building shook. I walked down to the end of the road, and apparently a building blew up down the road. There's bricks right next to them, all the way down to this end of the road from the building that exploded with the gas main.
Dozens of people were hurt, but looking at this devastation and the amount of people that were around it, it truly is a miracle that no one was killed.
Well, Ryan, you were only about 200 feet from the explosion tonight. What was going through your mind when that happened?
You really didn't have any time to think or react. After the explosion happened, it threw me to the ground immediately. It knocked me off my feet. I just kind of covered my head. There was a group of about 5 of us there, as well as the 15 to 20 fire, gas, and policemen that were all very much closer to the explosion itself. And all of us, were covered in glass by the end of it. Some cuts. I've kind of been bleeding through my shirt all night, and luckily my photographer and myself are okay, and the people that were around there were okay, but it was definitely some very scary moments there, and you just couldn't do anything because it just kind of knocked you off your feet right to the ground, and I just went into a fetal position and trying to protect my head. It really hasn't set in yet. I've been running on adrenaline ever since then, but I'm sure it will start to set in as soon as I get home tonight, and I'm definitely lucky to be going home. Live in Springfield, Ryan Walsh, 22 News.